I kiki my lodi lodi. How much money you bring me, Asuelu? We don't really have anything extra. Shut up, Kalani, it's none of your business. Moochie Somoan family roller coaster ride. Nice to know ya. Let's do it again. How we did it on a one night stand. Hey guys, welcome back to the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Today is a very special video because we're talking about Asuelu and Kalani from 90 Day Fiance. Not gonna lie guys, I'm really excited to make today's video because one of the people in this relationship is from Samoa, and I have a lot of Samoan friends, I have a lot of Hawaiian friends, a lot of these kids I played football with for like 8 years. Then I started watching the show and realized Asuelu, the guy from American Samoa, is kind of a dud, guys. And it's really shocking the way he treats Kalani, the stuff he says to her. It just doesn't remind me of my Samoan friends at all. If they said half the things he said to Kalani, they'd probably catch a frying pan from their mom and they would pray to God that their dad didn't come downstairs. There are few things in this world that are scarier than a pissed off Samoan father. Trust me. So a short little summary about this couple. Asuelu grew up in a small fishing village in Samoa and he's never left Samoa. And then what happened was Kalani visited Samoa and stayed in a resort. He just so happened to be in charge of the activities at this resort. He took a liking to Kalani right away and he kind of like stalked her, but she makes it sound like it's a cute stalking, like he would look out for her. Next thing you know, she started to grow fond of him, they started to get together, and she admits that she was a virgin at this time. And then the second time she came back to Samoa, they linked up. She lost her virginity to this dude, and now they have 2 beautiful kids together.
What do you mean they had premarital sex? That's a sin. I'll make sure I pray for them tonight.
So what we have here is a sweet, innocent love story. The couple moved to Utah and is raising 2 beautiful kids right now, but they're experiencing a lot of problems in their relationship. So right now, we're gonna look at what their relationship is like currently, and we're gonna critique it together as a family.
We're going to the doctors about the measles outbreak in Samoa. It didn't seem very safe to bring the boys there.
So right now, Asuelu is upset because he was looking forward to going back and visiting American Samoa. The problem is at this time there was a measles outbreak in Samoa, so Kalani was concerned for the children's well-being, but I think he was so selfish that he didn't really care about their well-being as much as him going back to Samoa because he misses his home. And from this clip, you can really see that Asuelu is very selfish. And meanwhile, Kalani and her parents really prioritize the children's well-being. Because at this time, it's not really safe to go to Samoa, the family decided instead to go to California, which is still a great trip. Love California. So right now they're driving from Utah to California.
So I got like 3 hours of sleep.
So if they're sick, this is not a good way to go this time.
We already bought all of this stuff for California.
Yeah, I know. Just cancel. Because the baby's safety is first.
So Asuelu is really upset that they had to cancel the trip to Samoa, so he wants to cancel the trip to California as well, but he brings it up while they're on the way to California, which is a really childish thing to do, man. Honestly, if we look at this entire relationship, he's a really big man-child, and he's constantly bitching about, I'm not the man of the house, I don't feel like I'm the man of the house, but he acts like a man-child. Like, he acts like he's 14, and I feel bad for his wife, because it feels like she has to take care of the kids and him. It's like she's raising 3 kids by herself. Asuelu also bitches that he's not the man of the house because he's living with her and her parents. So here's the thing, man. They're nice enough to have you in the home, help out with the kids, all that stuff. They shouldn't have to do that. Like, I actually think that you should potentially take care of your parents when you're older. So maybe if you want to do that and you want to be the man of the house and you want to bitch about this, I don't know, work hard and buy a house and then move your family out. I just don't understand the logic of being ungrateful when someone is letting you live in their house with them.
Stop. I'm freaking begging you, Joodle. There we go, my boy. Yeah. Got it?
Dude, his blank stare, he's gonna catch a one-way flight to Samoa. I already know what's gonna happen. He looks like he wants to kill someone right now. On a real note, he looks pretty depressed, and I feel like he might want to talk to somebody, go to therapy, you know, learn how to control his emotions and how to communicate better. Because right now he's creating a really dysfunctional environment for himself, for the people that he loves, and it's just toxic, man. You know, it's not good. If you want to be a strong father figure, you can't be like that.
After about 4 hours of watching the kids, Kalani mentions that she's tired and wants to switch, so Asuelu switches with her and starts watching the kids.
How's it going back there, baby? Are you?
I'm doing alright. This is very easy. I just do my power, sleep, and do my power. Be quiet.
Easy.
I have power and magic. Like,
I just did the first
Be
4
quiet.
hours. You're doing the very last
quiet.
easy part,
oh,
mother
my
effer.
power is not work to you.
You guys see what I'm saying about my recent comments about him being immature? Very immature guy, you know? My power is sleep, not to work on you.
I just do my power, sleep.
It's very easy to be a mother. Ha! Forget the 4 hours of work you did. I just took over for about 2 minutes and look, the kids are asleep. Okay, here's when they really get him. They ask him, do you think my job's easy? And he nods like, yes. And then they go, okay, do you think just her job's easy or all of women's jobs are easy? And this is his response.
Woman's job.
The mother says, really, all women, even in your country too? And then he says, no, just the American women's job is easy.
Woman's job here is cleaning the house, put the laundry in the machine clean it, put the dishes inside the dishwasher. Everything here you can use machines. Even the kids, you can put on TV, watch, easy.
Then why don't you do it if it's so easy?
Bro, what exactly do you do? You're not the breadwinner and you don't really watch the kids. So what exactly do you do? You know, you're in Utah now. You're not catching fish and cracking coconuts. You're in Utah now. If you want to be the man of the house, I'm sorry, bro, but you're going to have to get with it. You're going to have to start getting ambitious, hardworking. Here's the thing. If he was more hardworking than she was, then you can talk shit, man. But you can't really talk trash when you're lazy. And you know what? If you didn't want to have kids with this girl, if you didn't want to come to Utah, if you didn't want to do all this stuff, then you should have just stayed in American Samoa and wore condoms and not had fucking kids. Like, he seems like the kind of guy that regrets his life choices, but doesn't take responsibility for his life choices, if that makes sense. And like, to those kind of people, you're stupid. To me, this dude seems like the empty shell of his former self. He seems like he's just sucked out of life. Like, you look in his eyes and it's almost like there's no one there. At this point, they should just get a divorce. He doesn't want to be a father. He doesn't want to be there. He wants to go back to Samoa. He's willing to resort to these childish tactics and talking down to the women in his life that carry all the weight in the relationship and in the household. He's willing to be demeaning towards them. He doesn't want to be there. So get a divorce, dude. He's obviously not a good dad. He's not a good husband. Bye. Back to Samoa. This is easy.
Because other stuff I do. Women in Samoa use their hands to do all of those work without any complaint. I think that Kalani can't do what mother in Samoa do.
Okay, so his main argument is that the mothers in Samoa don't use machines and the American mothers do. You want to play that game? Let's play that game. You can't do what American husbands do because American husbands provide for their wife and provide for their family, and you're at the mercy of your wife's family because you're a lazy dork.
Oh.
You're a lazy loser.
Oh.
You're aggressive. You're kind of a bitch. You like to blow up on your wife. You don't take any responsibility. How have you measured up to standard? You haven't. You haven't measured up to her standard of what she was expecting from a husband. So, dudes, I just instant transmissioned us to this room because I like this room better. I miss the old setting.
The car ride was just bull. Asuelu was saying things about me as a mom, and it was just a really gross and weird situation. I think Asuelu's used to subservient women. You won't find that in my house.
You can tell Kalani's really shaken up about the car ride. She feels really bad about it. But she also says that she respects herself and the women in her family are going to stand up for themselves. They're not going to have this guy walk all over them.
Hey, here we are.
Asuelu is like a 12-year-old boy throwing a fit. He doesn't open the door for the ladies. He walks in, goes straight to the fridge, grabs a water, and then walks outside to like vent his frustrations. He's so childish. Hey dude, your baby mama might want a water too. You know? Very inconsiderate, Asuelu. First thing Asuelu does is he sees a tree with oranges or lemons. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but he jumps up to get the fruit, and now he's eating it, and she asks, what are you eating? And he says, I don't know. Big mood, man. You know? Just sees things and grabs them.
Hopefully this orange is making me feel much better, because now I'm annoying.
Why did that turn into such a weird ride?
I don't like driving with your mom.
Because you can't talk to me without her defending me?
Because it is annoying.
So instead of accepting responsibility for his own toxic behavior, he shifts the blame instead to her mom and says, I don't like riding in the car with your mom. She is annoying.
You didn't appreciate what I do either.
What do you do? What do you want praise for?
The weeds.
Congratulations on doing something outside once a week
No,
when I'm in
you
the house
say-
doing stuff
you say-
24/7.
That's not really harder than what you do inside.
Yeah, let's give Asuelu a standing ovation for doing yard work sometimes and cleaning the weeds, because that's not something that only takes an hour max weekly. What can I say except you're a bum?
You're a manipulator.
No.
The second I start talking about something and you know you can't back your way out of it, then you change the subject into something else. That's called a manipulator.
Why you use those expensive words? Just use the simple words.
Why do you use those expensive words? Use the simple word. Look, man, she doesn't need to use simple words. It's not her fault that you don't understand more complicated sentences. Maybe you should work on your English since you don't really do other shit around the house and you just sort of like lay back, play video games. Honestly, this guy reminds me of another bum we know on the show, Andrei. I think him and Andrei would be really good friends.
What we're gonna do? I don't know. What do you want to do?
So Kalani uses the excuse of when he was in American Samoa, she made excuses for him because she thought he was a product of his environment. And once he gets to America, he's going to change and she can change him. I don't know why people look at other people and are like, oh my God, I'm going to change this person. It's going to be so different when they come to this new setting. My thing is, if that person's a lazy bum in their home, in their setting, why do you think they're going to all of a sudden change when you bring them into a new environment? I hate when I see couples like this because I feel like you should have understood this dude before you had a kid with this dude. Because now it just is bad for the kid. What's going to happen? He's going to be a bum. You're eventually going to divorce him. If somebody's a bad seed, having a kid with that person isn't going to fix those problems.
I can't really talk because it's really hard for me to express my feelings in English because I'm not really good.
Oh, it's the language barrier. Yeah, okay, got it. That makes sense. Not. It's not the language barrier. Everyone with the brain knows that. He just pulls out excuse after excuse. Wait, what's that? What's that? Oh, another excuse? Oh, there that is. Oh, what's that? Another excuse.
What are you doing?
I just grabbed my phone. Oh. My phone. To my bag. My suitcase.
So from this, she's understanding that he's leaving right now. And you just hear all the air get sucked out of the room, and he just made it such an awkward situation because instead of just like grabbing his stuff and leaving, he's voicing it so that, what do you want them to do, man? Chase after you? Do you want them to apologize? It's kind of like puffing out your chest and being like, you guys are wrong, admit you're wrong, or else I'm gonna leave. He's like a child. It's really crazy. He's doing this for attention, and it's like you're a full-grown man, you have kids, and these are the kind of stunts you're pulling? Come on, dude. Pick it up.
Where are you going?
Honestly, this is pretty sad. So he leaves and then his kid chases after him and follows him outside, which brings his mom to follow them outside. So it's just really a shitty thing to do, man. It's also really sad to see your kid chasing after you like, hey dad, where are you going? I don't understand it. I really don't. So Kalani says she can't chase him with her child, and the next thing you know, the producer actually goes on a hunt to find him to see where he's at and if he actually left or not.
Is he still out here? Can I take that mic? I'm going with her. Find somewhere to stay. Can I take the mic? Because I want to live.
Okay, so he actually boarded a bus and he's just leaving his family there to figure it out for themselves. You know, it's kind of shitty to leave your kid on his birthday and just board a bus and throw a tantrum and leave like that. That's kind of foul. Well, Father of the Year, everybody. So Kalani's dad and sister arrive for Oliver's birthday party, and they're like, where's Asuelu? And she actually has to break the news about what happened to her family, and it creates a very awkward situation. Kalani's dad actually radiates alpha energy, and he seems like a dude that you wouldn't want to mess with, so I find it really funny that this dude will talk shit to Kalani and he'll treat his family like that when the dad isn't around. You know what I mean? When Kalani's dad is there, he acts like a beta.
So he did come back last night.
Yeah.
Why did he coming back?
We had a heated conversation in the car, Kalani and him and I.
Yeah, it just got really weird and he was being disrespectful and the B word and everything.
I find it ironic that Asuelu came back last night after attempting to walk out on his family and kids. He gave her the wrong address twice, so Kalani essentially wasted hours of her life looking for him. Then after the third address he gave, he was actually at that bus stop. Kalani proceeds to tell her dad a very watered down version of what happened.
And then he said that she's his wife and he can talk to her whatever way he wants to. And then it just got worse from there.
So you don't put up with that? Or do I need to step in?
No, I just don't want things to get ugly.
Oh, I can make it up.
Dad's starting to flare up his muscles. He's starting to get heated. And dude, I get it, man. You know, when people mess with your kids, I can only imagine what that would feel like. And like I said earlier, guys, there's nothing scarier than a Samoan father. They got a really fierce couple minutes in them. Okay, before they get tired, they might forget that they're tired and keep on going a full 10, 20 minutes. I've seen it in person, and it's terrifying. So I have no doubt in my mind if the dad gets hold of Asuelu with that Hercules grip, it's gonna be the worst time of his life.
Daddy, you need to make sure that no matter what, if he walks out of the room or he's doing something you don't like, you need to stay in control this weekend. Promise.
I know my man.
I like her dad. He seems like a cool dude. He says out of respect for all the women in the house, he's gonna keep his cool and not ruin his grandson's birthday. That being said, if they weren't there, he would definitely barge in the room and have some words with Asuelu. So after this family intervention, Kalani goes upstairs to see Asuelu, and she says, hey babe, can you take a break from your video game? And he says no. So he's just gonna play video games during his kid's birthday party when he should be down there hanging out with the family. Bruh, and you had 2 kids with this guy? I understand that he's a bum and everything, but Kalani, come on, dude. You know, you need to pick it up too. You had 2 babies with this guy? Why? There's so many good dudes in the United States. Why'd you go to American Samoa and pick up this guy? I'm sure there's really good guys in American Samoa too. You just picked the dud of the bunch. So later when they're in the park pushing their kids on the swings, Asuelu finally says to Kalani, I was wrong saying that girls in American Samoa are better than you. Wow, guys, he did it. He said, I'm so sorry. Aw, look at that. They kiss and make up and he says, I love you so much. And if it wasn't for the show, if they weren't doing this for the show, I would actually believe it. And I'd be like, oh, this is such a sweet moment. Do I think he's gonna change? No, he's not gonna change. He's doing this for the TV show. I give him a couple more years before she divorces him and finds somebody that's actually a capable father and capable husband. Well, that's all the time we got for today's video, guys. We're gonna be making parts on them because we keep hearing and seeing updates on this couple. TLC keeps posting videos on them. Comment below right now, subscribe. Let's be friends, let's be friends. Follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now, dude.